Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from Hasbro in their G.I. Joe Classified series line, we are featuring Cobra's resident pyromaniac, Dreadnok Torch. Alright, so in the 80s, Torch was one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures. There was just something about him that really appealed to me. Whether it was him and his blowtorch, or his crazy leather vest and ruggedly good looks. I just thought he was the coolest thing. On the side, you have an awesome up-close portrait of the character. It's so cool how you see his blowtorch with a friggin' skull at the end of it. That's wild. On the side, you have his perks and abilities, which can be deciphered on the G.I. Joe website. And here is the figure, looking amazing. It looks so friggin' cool. This came out, I believe, last year in 2024. Alright, let's take them out. Alright, so first impressions of the action figure in the tray. It looks awesome. Man, this is such a beautiful modern re-envisioning of the character. You know, everything from the tattoos to like all the extra embellishments with the chains and the skulls. It's really something else. In terms of accessories, you can see he has a pistol. He has two pistols. Multiple flame effects for his flamethrower. And let's take him out. Alright, so I'm just going to leave the pistols in the tray. All these accessories are like impossible to take out. But real quick before we set this aside, again, he comes with two pistols. He comes with this large flame effect for the flamethrower. There's the hose for the flamethrower underneath. And then there's even a small little flame. So if you don't want to do the entire like flame effect, if you want the flamethrower to look like it's just kind of primed up, you know, you can attach that smaller flame right there. But for now, let's just take a look at the figure itself and just the main accessories. Alright, so beautiful looking figure. Torch is looking fantastic. You know, if you're a fan of the original figure from the 80s, this does not disappoint. There's a couple of more embellishments, you know, but I think the liberties they took aren't too extreme. You know, I think it really just adds more to the character. I'm kind of surprised that they sculpted his glasses onto his face, because we've had some figures where the glasses were removable. Very stoic, neutral expression. I love the little skull necklace around his neck, and then he also has the collar. The vest is incredibly detailed with all the chains and skulls and rivets, even on the back. I love the addition of the tattoos. He has the flame tattoos on his forearms and these extra chains. If you're a customizer or kit basher, this figure has some excellent fodder pieces to pull off of if you want to make customs. Like the vest is a great customizing piece. You know, it comes with these holsters, which I want to say they might be unique to this figure. I might be wrong though. Very long boots. Yeah, great looking fig. In terms of his main accessories, here is his flamethrower. Awesome blowtorch accessory with a skull at the end of it with flaming eyes. It looks really, really cool. Again, if you have that hose that's in the package, you attach the one end here, and then you attach the other part of the hose onto the gas canisters on the backpack. And the backpack simply plugs in like most Joe accessories. Let's just try to align it properly. Yeah, this one fits pretty flush. I kind of said this before. There's some figures where the backpacks don't sit well on the figure. Like I think it might be barbecue. Like once you put the backpack on, the gap between his back and the backpack is just really wide. But this one, it seems like they aligned it at the right angle, so it fits very snug and just looks, you know, proper on the figure. In terms of his articulation, Torch's head swivels. Doesn't really look down. Doesn't really, kind of looks up a little bit. Arms swivel. They go out. Bicep cut. Pinless elbows. Double jointed. Articulated wrists. He does have an ab crunch, but the vest kind of gets in the way. Swivels at the waist. Legs kick up pretty high. And then they also kick outward. Thigh cut towards the top. Pinless knees, double jointed and articulated ankles. And let's try to get him with his blowtorch or flamethrower in hand. I'm sure there's a better way to position this, but for the sake of this review, I just want to get this over with. Come on, get in there. And don't forget, you know, there's a hose that you attach to here and to here. And then here is the flame effect, which looks really cool. If you're into action figure photography, you know, this is a cool accessory to have. It's really, really cool. I can't get over the eyes on the flamethrower, how they're kind of flaming. That's such a cool detail. Whoever thought of that's a genius. Yeah, so overall, an amazing figure. Like I said, when I was a little kid, this was like one of my favorite Joe figures. I think I liked him a lot just because he was so different. You know, he didn't look like a soldier like the Joes or the Cobra Troopers. In terms of the Dreadnoks, he looked, I think next to Zartan, he was probably the second coolest looking one. You know, he had this like really badass biker look to him. So yeah, awesome figure. You know, I'm really glad to add this to my collection and kind of rounding out that trio of the first Dreadnok characters. Alright, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.